What in the world? You have interrupted me while I was rehearsing for my old man play. How could you do this to me? I've been preparing for this moment for so long. And here you are, intruding. Quite frankly, rude. But being one thing that imitating a boomer for the last 13 years of my method acting, one thing it has taught me is how to think like a boomer. And how to, sometimes I snort lead paint chips. Sometimes I huff gasoline, leaded, sometimes diesel. If it's a good day, we get a gallon of diesel and we huff that bitch. Just to kind of get in the mentally retarded brain waves. I don't even know how you'd say that. The mind waves, the mind length. Like, where is your mind gone? Are you fucking... Anyways, so I'd be huffing paint sometimes just to get in the mind of a boomer, because it's really the only way to do it. And one thing that still... It doesn't make sense to me that all these old people who are stupid all say, oh, well, you'll understand when you're older. You'll understand when you're older. It's like, no, the fuck I won't. The lessons that you learned when you were my age versus the lessons that I'm learning at my age, two different worlds, bitch. Two different worlds. You were reading books, bro. Like, that's retarded. Who do you think just some magic man wrote your book? Like, I don't know. Of course, don't believe everything you see. But that applies to books too, right? Like, surely somebody's written a book that was bad and actually just stupid. That had to have happened. And so you're telling me I'm going to understand when I'm older. Why don't you just explain it now? Like, what is this esoteric fucking nuanced information that's so complicated and it's so fucked, it's so obscure that I won't be able to... You're stupid. You are dumb. Like, objectively, if you are born before 1995, I consider you to be way more stupid than us. And do you think it's just like, oh, he's saying that to be edgy, oh... He's saying that, no, I put you guys, like you Gen Xers, millennials, boomers, like you all go in this category of special retard. You all grew up, like that was the first era of child neglect, was the fucking boomers and the millennials. And then the millennials, they got the woman's rights to get out of the house and all that. And so these latchkey kids, it's insane. It's insane. And I'm gaslit to believe, oh, Gen Z's cooked. Get the fuck out of here. You fucking old people. I hate you. And I mean that. I don't like to say I wouldn't say I hate any specific person, but I'll say this. I hate, in general, older people. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. And yes, it does have to do with the year you were born. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If you were born in 1990, I am so convinced that that's different from 1995. Dude, I think it's a different world. I'm not a big Mandela effect guy. I'm not a big, the earth had a shifting point, but it really do seem that way, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Okay, so I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch Christmas shopping from the 80s. Why do I feel nostalgic for a time I never lived in? Why is it like I've been there before? Like I know how it feels to be like, oh yeah, this is a safe place I don't even know how to explain it. Now Walmart just seems dead. Like, you know, Walmart used to have that big illuminated sign. It would say Walmart. And it had like the red squares. And my OGs will remember this. I think it was, I don't know what the other sign, there would be another sign. And it was like a separate store. I think it was Aldi's. Maybe that was just in my neighborhood. But I remember a lot of them had that, you know. And it's just, all I'm saying is, you can explain what it's like to exist in that era. I already feel nostalgic for an era and for a time zone, time period I never lived in. So why don't you just try? Because, like, could you imagine, you know, I'm trying to think of a good example that's not totally fucked up. I could say an example, but it's kind of fucked up. All I'm going to say is that when we're presented with subjects that make us a little uncomfortable, and we don't necessarily know how to, and listen, I'm sure, just like I have my thought in my head for what I want to say, I don't really want to say it, because we haven't actually gotten banned on YouTube, and I'm only guessing that we're shadow banned, okay? I'm not gonna, we made 10 videos, but no views, and so I'm convinced we're already shadow banned, but I don't actually want to get the video banned. I could say it, but it's like, and you're telling me I'm wrong about something, and you're saying, oh, you'll understand when you're older. This can be chicks, this can be jobs, this could be, you know, anything you want to make it. I could think of a few other, but we're not gonna. And it's like, oh, you'll understand when you're older why we are this way, why we say the things we say. And it's like, no, dude, just tell me now. Just tell me now. And it's like, even if I do have to learn it when I'm older, I'm already predisposed to it because you told me. I don't get that. You're gonna die one day. You will die one day, and all this information that you feel like you're too good, like you know more, oh, just patience, you might not live to see tomorrow. You might die on the car ride home tonight. And like, for me personally, I know this to be true. I have a lot of knowledge in my dome. I want to pass down to my family, at least incrementally. I have a lot of things I want to talk about with my kids. And so I couldn't imagine, it's almost selfish. That's really how it feels. It almost feels selfish. It's like, you can tell me what I need to know for the future. You can teach me a lesson that took you 30 years to learn. You can teach it to me in like an hour. And you would rather have me fumble in life. All that says to me, honestly, when people say you'll understand when you're older, you're not articulate and you're probably socially retarded. You probably just don't know how to explain yourself. Or B, there is no actual rhyme or reason, and the source is my dick. That's all it tells me. Is that, oh, you'll understand later. Trust me, you'll see my point of view later. It's like, maybe I will. And now you're fucking dead, and no one knows your fucking esoteric information. Now nobody gets to know, and it rots with you, dissipates. Are you happy now? Are you happy now that, yeah, you were right. I did have to learn it later. It had to take me 30 years to learn a lesson that you could have taught me in an hour. But, oh, you're too good for that conversation. I'm not ready yet. Fuck you, old man. Old woman. Fuck you. This is stupid. It's dumb. You are purposefully dismissing my perspective, your perspective, whoever's. And you are pressing a narrative that my opinion doesn't matter. I don't actually matter. I'm not important enough to know what you know for some reason. It's stupid. It's narcissistic. It is literally a retarded mindset to think that I'm too good to tell you. You have to get to my level and then we'll talk. Fuck you. You're gonna fucking die and you're gonna be scared when you're dying, you faggot. Fuck you. God, man. What is wrong with you? And that's true. Because what you people, and I keep saying this, and I will keep on saying this. I didn't mean to do the satanic thing. No, we're not Luciferian. I just like to do things with my hands, okay? I know what the 4chan's saying, that it's all in the hand signals, but no, trust me, it's not. But here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing, man. Shit. Oh my god. We were talking about age and shit. Here's the thing. I remember now. One day, in about 12 years from now, I will be 35. When I reach 35, that means the entire class of 2020, my graduating class, they'll all be 35. Now, I do have people asking me if and this is so stupid, obviously, like, I'm sure you haven't even made it this far in the video, but I do have people asking me, do you ever think about running for president? Do you, I would vote for you. Would you ever run? And it's like, I would like to think that I could. I think everyone likes to think, yeah, sure, I could be president. I could run this shit. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised in 12 years when we see the names of people that we recognize and they're running for office. I think that'll be because you have to understand, like, this whole entertainment business, right? Like, a lot of these guys, all of them seem genuine, right? All these, I mean, you can fill the fucking name in here. Whatever streamer you watch, whatever. All these guys seem real genuine, right? One of them, at least one, has to be thriving for power. One person that automatically comes to my mind is Miskiff. I mean, that guy destroyed his relationships with his girl and his friends, his fucking company. Like, that guy was power hungry. He couldn't even fucking have people making like the same content relatively as him. And I just realized something. We're gonna actually have to pause the video because I did not put on my do not disturb and I don't want you guys to go deaf. So we will be right back. Ooh. Okay, so I fucked up. I accidentally hit the camera button instead of the pause button, and whatever. It is what it is. But I just can't stand these fucking old people. And I can't stand the fact that they have gaslit so many of us into being these pussified little men that think the world doesn't matter. That's so sad to me. I know a few of those guys. It's really rough. Oops, wrong one. It's really rough to watch these guys, like, you see their own potential in these dudes, but they just, like this one guy I know. I won't dox him, but, I'd love to say his name just to give him a prayer, but he, I personally know he's a smart dude. I know that he has a lot of potential in him. And I try, call me stupid, call me whatever, I do try red pilling the bro. I try to talk to him about not only red pill shit, but just life in general. It's a lot like these videos, really. It's, some days it is, some days it isn't. Some days it's philosophy, other days it's policy, Is this thing even fucking on? But I think a lot of guys have been gaslit into thinking they're stupid. Like that these politicians are smarter than you for some reason. These politicians are fucking retarded. They're stupid, I swear to you. And this is why people can laugh at me when I say this. They can smirk at me, you know, whatever. One day we will run the fucking world, bro. And then what will all your laughing do? You think, oh my God, dude, you think that Trump is bad? And this goes out to all my libs. You think Trump is bad? These kids want to elect Hitler. They do, man. They do. And call me wrong. Say I'm crazy. Guess what? They want you to think they're crazy too. They want you to think that because they want to scare you. They do. And I want to scare you too. In fact, I would like to think that's why I'm making this video right now. And when I say you, I'm talking about the boomers, I'm talking about the Gen X, I'm talking about the millennials. I think Gen Z and Gen Alpha, I think we're going to be the most based fucking generations of all time. And I think we're going to completely destroy this culture war. I think we're going to dominate this shit. And I think it just happened the other day with that Piers Morgan interview. I think that was the first nail in the coffin, really. And I really do believe that. You know, I think that a lot of times we make jokes, we say things, it's like, oh, well, Hitler was cool, you know, and all this edgy stuff. But these kids, they really mean it. And these, you know, a lot of these guys, they don't listen to Nick Fuentes. I'm being so serious. A lot of them do. But a lot of them don't. And, you know, I'll be trying to gas up the crowd when we get a crowd together. I'll be trying to gas up the crowd and say, yo, guys, come on. You're only angry because I'm a bigger groiper. I'm not really. I don't even know if I'm a groiper. You know, to me, Nick says a lot of lefty things. Okay? But still, and I still have to make up my point on that. I do consider myself a fan. I think Nick is very smart. I think he might be like 190 IQ. I think that guy is a fucking genius. All right, but a lot of when he starts, for example, his death penalty take. Like for me, death penalty, it's not even a fucking option. You put a bullet in any pedophile, you just do it. It's the right thing to do. You know, if it's proven, for me, I don't hesitate. I mean, what else are we given the death penalty for? Right? Like, I mean, unless his take is that we should enslave them and force them to do like mandatory labor or be experimented on by drugs or have their organs donated. But that is killing, right? If I take your organs out, it's neither here nor there. All I'm going to say is to you old people, look at my face. We're going to start a revolution. And to all you Gen Z out there, this is what I want to tell you, all my Gen Z folks. When you go to school, or maybe not school, a few of you are still in school, but when you go to work, when you go to school, when you go to church, when you're out, and I really want you to do this, for real. Look around. Look for other people that look your age. And when you look at them, I want you to see senators. I want you to pretend that person is in a suit. Maybe they're doing the 670. Maybe they're acting a fool. I want you to put a suit on that person. Yeah. Maybe not, you know, I almost said a really bad word, but maybe not a degenerate. Obviously, we have rules for smartness. You at least need to have a baseline smart. But next time you see a young intellectual, maybe just a normal Chad, maybe a normal chud. You know, acknowledge that these are the future world leaders. Because we're going to be in power before Alpha, obviously, right? The Alpha is just now being born. So you have to understand, we are going to build the future of the world. It's up to us to not get gaslit. It's up to us not to get roped into this fucking nonsense. And stay sovereign in your ideas. Stay Christ-centered. Stay people-centered, man. Stay self-centered. You know, I forgot who said this the other day, but I love to hear it. They said that, it might have been Nick, not sure, but it's something I've said before. I think there is a disease. I think we talked about this on the anxiety episode. Anxiety is blue-collar fent. Oh shit, what the fuck was I gonna say? Damn it, dude. Fuck. Anxiety. Something about anxiety. I don't remember. I don't fucking remember. God damn it, dude. Oh man, that's gonna fuck with me for a while. That's gonna fuck with me, but it's gone. It's a lost premise. You know what really pisses me off though? Because I remember all these little moments, right? I remember all the little moments where I forget what I'm talking about. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. But just recognize that you're a future world leader. If you're watching this right now and you're a Zoomer, don't be so hard on yourself. Not because of your age. It's okay to be hard on yourself because you're a fucking loser. That's fine. We're all fucking losers. I'm a fucking loser. You look at how many views this video is getting, dude. We're not breaking 100, okay? We're not breaking 100. We're breaking like 20. We just hit the 20 threshold to where all the videos are getting past that. That's great. We like to see it. Also, we just got our second follower. I don't know who you are. I tried to find your username, but it didn't show. And also, Rollo77, 777. Or it might have been 999, one of the two. But still, my man, I saw that. But I want to give a shout out to the new subscriber. And if you're not subscribed yet, listen, you don't need to follow. Just leave a comment and a like. For the algo. Man, dude. But I hate this premise. Because you imagine if we did that, like if there... when we do that with memes, when the fucking old person's like, "Hey, what's this meme mean?" You'll understand later. You know, you know what I was just thinking about? As I was saying that, it reminds me of you need experience in order to get the job, right? But the only way to get experience is by having that job. But, you know what I'm saying? And so, you can't, time inherently doesn't teach you shit. People teach you shit. Experiences teach you shit. I don't know. I think it's stupid for people to do that. And I think young people are smarter than old people. I think old people are fucking stupid. I think Gen Z is gonna run the fucking world. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna make this video super long because I don't feel like it has to be. You know, I don't. I just wanted to let you guys know that at the end of the day, everything's gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine. And I know this is very corny shit, but for us young people, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to all the boys, is that for us young people, it's really hard to socialize. Let's just say it how it is, man. It's really hard. And so what I've been doing recently, I've been hopping on VR chat, laugh, okay, I am a faggot, laugh. Anyways, and so I've been on VR chat, You know, we get our rally going, we get our people there. It's beautiful. It's a lovely experience. I think that's the future. I do. Somebody asked me yesterday in the middle of one of our group sessions. I don't know what to call it. Group session, rally, whatever. There's a shit ton. We got 20, 30 people there. A little group get together. I don't know. Whatever the shortest. I'm going to call it a rally because it sounds the coolest and it's also really short. But at our rally yesterday, I had one guy, he asked, he was like, fucking, what's your goal in this? Like, what's your goal in being in VR chat, talking to these dudes, talking to these people? And I just answered super honestly. I said, man, society is dead. We are the most antisocial, isolated, self-isolated society, purposefully isolated society. And it almost seems like there's no one drinks anymore. No one goes to the bar. There's no school. You're not being forced to interact with people. There's nothing for us young people to do together as young people. I don't like to drink. I know you don't like to drink. Gen Z doesn't like to drink. We don't like to gamble. We barely like to smoke. And we mostly smoke weed. You know, we are a very isolated people. We are very different from you millennials. We are very, very different from you Gen Xers. And we're especially polar opposites of boomers. Although it is sad when I see like a Zoomer with or like a boomer mentality, you know, or a Zoomer with a boomer mentality. It is really funny. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I hate these dappins. They auto turn off. Oh my god, is that the fucking broken one again? Who is the retard in this room? My god. I don't know. I think they're both fucked. Who needs it? But don't be so hard on yourself and don't let people gaslight you that you're stupid. You're as smart as any congressperson, and the love of your life is waiting for you. The love of your life is waiting for you. But, right, yeah. We were talking about that one person who was questioning me, asking me why I did it. It's because we're so isolated, and we're so captured by like the things going on around us, and more than ever, and so I just thought, like, I think back to 2020 and I think about how much fun I had in VR, and I think about I think about all the people that I met, and then all of a sudden, and I'm sorry, this is just true, the game became gay. Became super gay. You got filled up by, and I know this is funny, but this really actually happened for real. Got filled up with furries, actual weirdos. They would spend thousands of dollars on these setups to where they can move their fingers, they can move their body. It's full body motion tracking. It's very strange, and they would have cameras in there. I looked into it a few times. It's a cool concept. But when you start using it like that, and you start doing the whole e-sex, e-whoring, like, give me a fucking... And VR chat literally got filled up with these people. I would say, I don't know for how long it lasted, but I mean, when I went into VR yesterday, I haven't played VR chat in 3 years. The last time I played was in 2022. I got wrapped up in VR chat for years. I want to say I played like maybe 2019. No, that's not true. It can't have been 2019. 2020 to 2022. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Maybe a little bit of 2019, but not too deep in 2019. And so, I mean, I love that game. And then it got filled up with weirdos, and there were these, like, you still have them today, but very, very significantly less. People who are just staring into the mirror. Fuck, dude. mostly everyone right now is talking, and so I think that, and me and my boy were talking about this yesterday, I think in real time, I am living through the resurrection of VR chat. I think right now it's happening because even I went to this furry world. To be fully transparent, I was hunting liberals. I wanted to get one more debate in, one more speech in, one more rally in. You know, we had 3 really big rallies last night, like really big. Like there was like at least 20 people a pop. It was awesome. I talked to at least 100 people yesterday. It was fucking awesome. I was I was so locked in, man. So locked in. Oh man, and so I'm hoping we'll be able to do that again today. But I was just looking for one more lib, and I went to the furry world, and everyone was saying Heil Hitler. Everyone was calling me the N-word. We're gonna be fine. We're going to be just fine. And I mean, I went into the most populated, you think about, and for a moment I know what you're thinking. Oh, they don't really think that way. They were just saying it to be funny. Dude, back in 2020, you couldn't even joke about that. You couldn't even, or not 2020. Well, yeah, 2020, but I mean, obviously it got worse around 2023 because I would always get kicked from the instance, whereas before I never would get kicked from the instance. You know, it was very disheartening to see the game I loved have its brains blown out right in front of me like that. I know it's going to happen again, but at least this time I have my expectations ready for the retards to rebel. But I think in real time I'm listening to the rebirth of VR chat, and hopefully it'll span a little bit longer than 2 years. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. All my Gen Z guys and girls out there, hop on VR chat. Hop on your phone. You might catch me on there. I'm mostly hanging out in the black hat. Yup. Cringe once again, I know. But it's a lot of fun. It's a great time. I love talking these politics with you guys, and I love having our group sessions. And if you do find me, send me a friend request. If you say you're a fan of the show, I'll add you back. It's easy as that. I'll add you back. We can be homies. We can talk. And obviously, if you have me added in VR chat, you will have a bit of more of control. If you wanted to actually see a video or some shit, you know, I would be able to work that out for you guys. Listen. Comments also work down below. Listen. That's all I'm saying. I can see when you follow. So, listen. It's neither here nor there. I know you. I know where you're at. I know your name, man. But I think we're going to sign. I think we're going to log. I think this was a pretty awesome video. Short, sweet, lovely, cute, beautiful. Perfect. The most perfect show in the history of shows. Some say it's the only show that ever needs to exist. Perfect. Perfect show. But I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you guys go watch the Nick Fuentes Pierce Morgan interview. That was a beautiful butchery. And honestly, God bless you. Christ is King. And Merry Christmas, guys. Bye-bye.